Petri dish, the Petri dish, the Petri dish. This is the Petri dish, the Petri dish, the Petri dish. This is the Petri dish. There's something growing in here, and it's festive holiday spirit. I assume. It's almost Christmas time.
It's so close.
Here with Alisha, who is trying out some Claritin. Trying out some, so you could be Claritin clear. Not a sponsor.
It's so expensive for like nothing.
Yeah,
and half the time it doesn't even help me.
Doesn't do much. It's sometimes you're just not allowed to use body parts until a medical company says you can. So
what is a nose?
It's you're not allowed to know. I mean, philosophically, a nose is whatever you want it to be. I don't know what that means. I don't know what any of that means. That doesn't sound true. I feel like a nose very specifically is a thing. But you have one of those.
For some context, I'm like super allergic to our cats.
Very.
But I love them. And
they need love.
And like even if when I didn't have cats, I was always like very like snuffly in the winter. And doctors have been telling me I need to take allergy medication. But then they prescribe me like Claritin. Claritin doesn't do shit for me. And then they also want me to take Flonase, but I don't like the idea of spraying stuff in my nose.
You want to put stuff in your nose. And then also you get the drip.
It's the wrong kind of stuff.
You get the...
Well, I already have the drip, and that's why they are prescribing me those two things.
Well, yeah, but with the Flonase, you taste the...
Yeah, and I don't want to taste that.
Medicine. It's not the best, but...
Right now I'm only tasting snot.
It's better than not being able to smell ever. I used to have real bad allergies before I realized I was allergic to dogs.
Yeah.
And so, I was just always stuffed up, and like one nostril would always just be bleeding.
Oh, God.
Like, if it wasn't stuffed up... I'm
so glad I don't get bloody noses. Yeah. I would literally die.
It was like, if it wasn't stuffed up, it was bleeding. So it was like, all right, well, I don't need to smell out of half my face anyway. It doesn't matter.
My little brother one time, he was like really young. He was hanging out at the neighbor's house, came back home with like paper towels to his face, and they were all bloody. And I don't do well with blood, let alone face blood. It was the most traumatic, second most traumatic blood nose in my life, and neither of them were mine.
Yeah, that's how much you don't like blood.
No.
Or noses, for that matter. All of it's bad.
It's all bad.
2023, what are we going to do? No noses allowed.
We're going to be straight up Voldemort in this bitch.
Everyone chop that shit off.
Gone.
Equality. So that's what we're up to. Just being, I kind of wish I had sinus stuff back because I am just always itchy.
Yeah.
I'm just always, my skin is just always burning, ever so slightly, and it's fucking maddening.
Oh, my poor
And it doesn't help that I also do meth every day. So, not only does it already feel like there's bugs underneath my skin, I then take a bunch of stimulants to be like, ha ha ha, now my nails can make it through any type of skin. So... I'm just all jacked up, and I say this also while grabbing my coffee mug. My brand new Christmas present for only the video listeners, Luke's Diner. Go watch all seasons of Gilmore Girls now on Netflix.
It's the best.
It's the best show. Almost Christmas.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's 5 days till Christmas right now, and I do not feel like that. I don't even feel like it's December.
Yeah, it's been like a hell of a month. Like, I know that Christmas is coming. Like, I've been known that it's coming because of work and everything. But because of work and everything, God, it just snuck up on me.
I haven't done any. I've only listened to my Christmas playlist that one time when we were driving to my sister's place. That's about it. But then they gave me
usually
lots of
presents. I'll at least have a couple of decorations up. I would already have all the gifts sorted and like. If we're shipping them, they're wrapped in their packaging already there. Like,
are we still putting the last two boxes together?
Yeah, like
I'm still
I
baking.
haven't even wrapped. I haven't done shit. I literally just have gifts in boxes, and I feel like that's a really big step because, worst comes to worst, I just hand over the boxes.
There you go. I'm broke as shit, so I'm just making baked goods because that is cheaper than buying anyone anything.
Yep. And I went and bought all the tins that we're putting them in.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Gonna go grab a couple more though.
Although I am mad, and you know this because you might have to deal with it today. Yes, I specifically ordered Ghirardelli semi-sweet chocolate chips because they're the good ones, And I understand Instacart shoppers may not be able to always get the exact thing you want. I know this is a first world problem. I get that it's a first world problem that my Instacart delivery person did not get the right kind of chocolate chips. But they got it so wrong. So wrong.
So bad.
I ordered Ghirardelli
so
semi-sweet chocolate chips. I will accept milk chocolate. I will even accept Nestle. I'll accept the Toll House, but I just specifically don't want dark chocolate because you hate dark chocolate.
I hate it.
And I want sweet chocolate. What they give me
It's some bullshit.
is 65% stevia sweetened, organic, no sugar added chocolate chips that were double the price of the ones that I was going to get anyway. I was already going out on a limb being like, ooh, I'll get the expensive, nice chocolate chips. And they said, hey, how about we double the price and make them taste worse?
Yeah. They're so bitter and nasty.
It's just dark chocolate with a little bit of stevia.
I already hate chocolate. Like, they just made it so much worse.
Yeah, like, I love chocolate, and I ate it, and I was like, oh, if this was surrounded by a cookie, I could survive it. But, like, for people that do not like chocolate, that's the worst thing you could buy, is chocolate with no sugar in it.
I fucking hate it.
So, yeah, my first world problems today are all based around chocolate chips and servants who did not get my order correct. So my goddamn butler got me the wrong kind of champagne. That's my problem for the day. As soon as I started complaining about it, I'm like, what an asshole. But it was the wrong. At least
get Nestle.
It's something.
At least get something very generic that everybody knows. It's in every household.
Don't get me the diabetic ones, because then it also makes me feel like, are you calling me fat?
Yeah.
Like, are you
did you spitefully do this to me?
You're just like, this person needs diabetic
They
sweets.
Clearly need something going for them.
They saw me buying all these other baked good things.
I thought the same thing when you told me. I was like, those
this
fat-phobic assholes.
This is some fucking, some fucking well-to-do, living up on the snowy hills in the nice area person. They just think everyone has the time and money to do private yoga every morning before they go and do Instacart delivery, like rich people do.
I just needed something to get me out of the house.
Yeah.
And I like to drive.
Don't like it. Well, I already hate. I hate everything. Christmas is ruined.
Yep.
But we still got to prepare for it. We're going to your family's.
Yep, we're going over the mountain.
Into good old California.
This will be your first
Christmas actually making it out there.
Yeah.
Because the last 2 times we tried to make it over for Christmas.
Hell.
Impossible.
We had COVID. There was a storm.
Closed the mountain. Yep, then Mountain Pass closed the next year, and then that storm fucked up both our Christmas and our New Year.
Yep.
That year. It just went.
I mean, our Christmas was planned to be right before New Year's.
Yeah.
But it wasn't actually on Christmas or anything. But it was still going to be our Christmas. And that fucking sucked. But it wouldn't have been a real Christmas either.
Yeah.
It would have just been my dad. It wouldn't have been the whole family. When we get together, obviously we eat a lot. But even that's going to be different than what I remember because my grandma won't be there.
Mm-hmm. Different menu of things.
It's going to be weird.
Vibe.
It's going to be weird.
You'll just have to bring all the energy,
I don't have any.
Yeah.
I'm dead.
We'll just have
hate
to
my job.
We'll just show up. We'll show up. Well, step 1, we'll show up.
Yeah, I feel like that in itself will be an accomplishment.
Yeah, step 2, from then on, we're winging it. We're winging it. After show up, who knows what the hell's going to happen.
I remember this one Christmas, my aunt was visiting. And so, like, almost the whole Jervis clan was there. Okay, that's a lot of people. And I remember, like, I was texting a boy. And I got really, really drunk because I was sitting down. And I was just, like, texting him, like, in my own little corner, in my own little world. And then we started to leave. And I don't remember any of the freeway. But once we got off the freeway, there's a lot of stops. Oh, yeah. And, like, I remember we were turning a corner. And I just remember thinking, oh, no, the lights are swirly. And I pretty much think that my aunt had to give me a shower that night.
Sweet.
Yeah. I was wild.
Sometimes you dip into the family Jaeger bucket or whatever.
They just kept handing me drinks.
Well, hey,
I was young then. I did not know, one, that you didn't mix your liquor, and two,
you didn't have to drink everything someone handed you.
Yeah, I did. I did.
Yeah,
you don't understand.
That's how I won you over.
You never really drink with the Jervis clan.
I just walk up to you and I'm like, hey, you wanna drink something? And then I just keep your hands full with snacks and drinks, and now you're stuck here forever. Yeah, we only lightly drank one night in Boston, and we didn't even go out for the crazy night. We were there the next night when everyone's like, I can't do that. Yeah. So, like...
You've never actually encountered a Jervis clan event where they're drinking.
Sounds terrifying.
Be prepared.
I am no longer in the drinking shape I used to be.
Same.
Like, two beers, I'm good.
Yeah. I am what they call a pussy now.
Yeah, I used to be able to like start with a 6-pack and then just see where the night took me after that. Now, oh god, that would be my whole night.
Remember that pack of seltzers you drank?
Yeah.
And that like whole to most of a bottle of vodka?
Yeah.
I remember that.
Like I don't remember drinking much after that. That was like the last time I like big drank.
Yeah.
Because then after that I was like, man, I'm fucking old. Like I can't be drinking $40 worth of alcohol and sushi barfing all over my own car.
That's a lot of money wasted.
Yeah, it's a lot. It was a lot.
Sushi's expensive, and then alcohol's expensive, and it's just also a terrible combination. I've never had a good night where I ate sushi and drank. Is bad. Yeah.
One of these days we'll have to reclaim sushi and drinking.
No, I don't think I can.
For the working man. do it upright somehow. I don't know.
I think I did that for one of my 21st birthday or 22nd birthday or something. Oh my god, it was so bad. So bad.
So yeah, that's what we're prepping for. We're prepping for drinking and presents and showing up and winging it.
I'm going to try to surprise my dad.
Yeah, that'll be good.
I think if I talk to him today, I'm going to tell him that I can't make it. Plus, I still need to test.
Yeah. Also, what are the odds he listens to this podcast before Christmas? Because
I don't think he listens.
There's a 0% chance, but I always think it's funny that like somehow... accidentally people,
if anyone's gonna listen, I think it would be Granny.
Yeah, or if anything, my dad's gonna listen to this podcast and then spill the beans somehow.
He doesn't know my dad.
Yeah,
he doesn't even know. My dad's not on social media. What is he gonna steal my phone?
Not on social media.
And,
his
take my dad's phone number.
Fingerprints are all burned off. He wears multiple hats and masks everywhere he goes. He's like Michael Jackson in a way. Always in disguise. You can never find the guy. If you think you saw him, you didn't. That's the rules. All right, so let's see. We're chopping off our noses.
Yeah.
Going to Christmas.
Yep.
And today is our preparation day.
Yeah.
Is what this all comes down to. Today is the day that like you have today off of work.
Yeah. And it was a miracle that I got today off.
Yeah.
Like I was told yesterday I have today off.
So today's the day we're going to like, do laundry, pack things up. I got to get on a marathon baking session.
Yeah.
But before all that happened, I figured, hey, let's do a podcast because I'm just going to be thinking about having not done a podcast the whole time I do other stuff if I don't. So this was the first thing for me to knock off my list.
Do you want to know the plan for the holidays?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go through it.
So we leave Thursday night.
Yep.
We're probably going to be leaving around 5:30.
Yep, after you get off of work, right?
Yep. I'm going to come home. I'm going to, like, I don't know, change my shoes or something, you know. Probably got to dress really cute for work. So I'm going to try to make it comfortable for the long car ride because it's 3 hours. We're going to go to my mom's. And then once we're at my mom's, we're just going to hang out. We're going to have dinner. That's Thursday. Friday's just kind of like our hangout day. Finish any last moment things. Help mom prep.
Grab anything that we might have forgotten at a store.
Yeah. Plus it's my payday. So we're definitely going to get something to smoke. Because you know how we got to hide it from mom. But honestly, this year, I'm going to be honest with her. I'm just going to tell her, look, I smoke pot.
Yeah.
We've had this discussion before. It doesn't make me a loser.
And then just don't rat out anyone else.
Yeah, no, I wasn't going to. But I'm going to excuse myself to go smoke.
Definitely.
Because... And whoever wants to join me can join me. And if she's upset about it, then we can talk about it.
Yeah. And then we can be like, hey...
Why are you
calm
upset?
Down. Do you know how good this would be?
Do you want to join me?
Do you know how good this would be for you and all your various pains?
Uh-huh. Yeah. And then... So, we'll definitely do that. And then... we're probably going to hang out with Kristen and her kids.
Sweet.
We talked about going to a park so we can bring the boys.
Oh, yeah. We'll have all the animals with us.
Yeah. My mom loves Frodo. I don't know why.
Who doesn't love Frodo?
He's such an asshole.
If you're one of the visual listeners that we may have, go ahead and look at the bottom right of your screen. You'll see me and Frodo right there.
With that little nervous face.
His little nervous face.
Nervous boy.
It was a miracle. Again, shout out to my photography guy who's now in Nashville, Jacob Garner. He took those shots and miraculously got Frodo and Butters to look at him. He got Fat Boy to look at him for one of the shots, but I really love that me and Fat Boy seem to be looking off in the distance.
It's really cute.
At the same nothingness.
Honestly, though, I think Butters was just like anxious because of the way you were holding him.
Yep.
But he's usually very photogenic. If you had just left him on his own and like sat behind him, it would have been okay.
Oh yeah, there was a couple better shots, but this one we're both looking at the camera, and it was just cute.
You and your boys. I can't believe you had family photos done without me.
It was an impromptu photo shoot.
I was in the building.
It was an impromptu.
I was literally
photo shoot.
right here.
It was an impromptu creative.
I was
photo
right
shoot.
here.
There just happened to be the boys around.
You told me to like get lost.
Yep. It was just supposed to be me getting new headshots, and then the boys, and then there was boys,
and then there's no mama.
Then you would have had to do your makeup and get ready for the photo shoot, which would have taken longer than the photo shoot took.
It literally takes me less than 5 minutes. I could have done it while you were doing pictures with the boys. Anyways, back to the plan. And just so everyone listening knows, he does owe me engagement photos.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho's, the plan. Hanging out, doing last minute things, getting the smokes. If I have the funds, I do want to make 2 flower arrangements. But I don't even know where there's a florist in Manteca because I haven't lived there in eons.
Yeah, you could always just go to like a Rayleigh's or a grocery store that has a flower counter. Yeah.
Yeah, but like I want to make my own rather than it's a little more personal. And then Saturday, that's Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Christmas Eve, we will be driving to Fremont from Manteca, so that's like an hour away. And it's pretty much all freeway, which is the nice thing. And then we'll hang out with the Jervis clan. We'll be there depending on how much fun we're having, 4 to 6 hours. And then if we need to, we'll pick Granny up, or we'll stop by Talia's family and say hi. Then we'll make it back to my mom's house. We'll have a kind of early start to our day on Christmas Day. Mom likes to open up our presents before we get anybody else in the house, just because she doesn't want to make them feel bad that they don't have gifts.
Cool.
Yeah. So we'll do like the immediate family and get that done and over with. And then I believe dinner will be like a seafood Italian. So like we'll have crab, we'll have spaghetti, we'll have like her spinach dip.
Crab spaghetti.
Yeah, it's pretty good. For dinner for Christmas Eve, it's going to be something like ham or some bullshit.
I'll eat any slabs of meat that are provided to me.
I know.
Any and all meats can go right in this craw.
And then dinner at my mom's will be done on Christmas Day around 5, and we'll head home.
And again, we're just going to keep our fingers crossed. No snow. No snowiness. Do not close that pass. If you do, I'm just going to engage four-wheel drive and figure it out.
Yeah.
Now that we have a vehicle that can four-wheel drive without me having to get out and do anything. Be nice. I feel I keep hearing a cat.
They say that Monday is going to be like at work super busy because everyone's going to want to spend their Christmas gift cards and shit.
Oh, yeah.
And so I have to be there for Monday.
So we got to get back. In the very least, wake up 6 a.m. Monday morning and get over the pass.
Yeah.
I've done it before.
Yeah.
Not a bad way to start a morning. You get a nice 2-hour drive in. The sun's coming up. You get your coffee in you. You get to where you're going. You're like, I'm awake. Sucks to get up that early, but once you get going, you're going.
Are you referring to 3 Christmases ago?
I don't know. Maybe. Now people can kind of see the general setup of what's happening with my hand down there in the foreground. Just a giant hand that looks. Yes, my sweet.
Yes.
Any and all love Christmas. Yeah.
Our official first date was on Christmas.
On Christmas. Oh, God. There was so many highlights to it, but still, it was just the first time I ever had IKEA meatballs. And I know that's the weirdest highlight to pull from, but I had never been into an IKEA and been able to have the meatball. I had been hearing about it for years.
Literally one of the best dates ever.
I'd been hearing about IKEA meatballs for years. And think about it. I've lived in Hawaii and Alaska and then South Dakota, all 3 places very isolated from cool stuff. Yeah, so to finally, after all these years, I played Jonathan Colton's IKEA song as we were going through the parking lot because I was so excited. I was like, do you know how much IKEA lore I have been consumed? I love IKEA the same amount I love Lord of the Rings. It was like I got to go to a theme park based on furniture and meatballs.
Yeah, all the furniture you can break.
Yeah, and boy, can I break a lot of particle board.
So, we can never get a couch or a chair or a bed frame or literally, anything that can hold you.
Yeah, but a desk?
A desk.
A bookcase?
A bookcase. A dresser.
Yeah. There's
some things.
There's a couple things. The kitchen stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say the kitchen stuff.
I'm not trying to sit on a spatula. Not anymore.
Butt stuff.
Butt stuff. I wish I had a butt. I'll get a butt stuff. It just comes down.
But it was a really cute date. We walked around and we discussed how we would like our things. Mm-hmm. And we had very similar ideas.
When I got to the end, I was just hot meatball farting in all the aisles just to see if she would notice.
I did. How could you not?
Yeah.
Your farts are so stinky.
It also didn't help that we had eaten an entire loaf of bread the night before.
Yeah. I don't understand how it was still warm when you got here.
Because I had pulled it out of the oven right before I was going to leave.
And wrapped it up.
Wrapped it in towels, still in the pan, so it was all still warm. So that first hour of driving, it was still oven hot. So it was decently warm by the time I got to you. It was 2 hour bread delivery is perfect temperature to eat. with your bare hands.
It was magical.
It was really...
You had to go through the snow to get there.
Yeah. And honestly, one of my best breads I've ever made.
It was
that was a
so
solid
good.
milk bread. I
was
haven't
like
made
the perfect way to get a girl.
Yeah, I gotta practice again, so I can get another one for Christmas.
We're gonna get a girl. Stop teasing me.
It's in my Amazon wish list. It's just we're good. I know this is extra. This isn't even a good bit, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Yeah,
There's going to be a time where society just decides, buying and selling people's fine, and then we're still gonna have Amazon. So people are like, oh, you just want like a Korean child? Here you go. Put it in your cart. 2-day shipping. Like there's going to be a day.
I love a Korean baby.
I know you mean that in the best way. But in this scenario...
I just like a side thought from the scenario.
Side thought, you love babies. A little Korean baby would be adorable.
So cute.
Within this universe, not adorable. You are human trafficking. But honestly, in the context of this universe I've created, it's okay. You could just Amazon it to yourself. And the moral implications are no more than anything else you buy on Amazon. So like, so there we go.
Here?
That's how did we get here? I don't go do enough comedy anywhere else anymore. So this is.
Oh my God.
Oh man, I was going through my my screenwriting stuff last night. Just trying to do a little more writing. And sometimes I'll get ideas for sketches or scripts, and I'll just quickly go into my phone where I have the same screen writing app stuff on my phone because I got the mobile version, and I use like my iPad to big write. But at some point, I thought about writing another Harold and Kumar movie. I don't know why. And it was supposed to be about, like the chicken wars that we had. Like, here's these two fast food based stoners. It would be cool if they did a follow-up about chicken. And it was just one sentence to open up this script that was called Harold and Kumar in the Uber Chicken. And it was just a cold open, zooming into the White House, as Harold and Kumar are smoking the Declaration of Independence with President Nicolas Cage. That's it. That's how I started that movie. There was nothing else written. I don't know what I was trying to do with that idea, but now it belongs to the universe because I'm probably not going to write that movie. If I did, it's going to get sold anyway to someone else. That's not an idea I can do. But either way, do you think President Nicolas Cage would steal the Declaration of Independence?
Of course.
Do you think President Nicolas Cage would smoke the Declaration of Independence with anyone?
Smoke it?
Yep.
Oh, I don't know.
Just roll it up and smoke it.
I don't know.
I mean, you're going to have to pack stuff in it, definitely. But
I don't know.
Either way, I think it would be a great opening to a movie.
Does he smoke weed?
You're telling me Nicolas Cage is sober?
I don't know. I don't know anything about actors. I'm lucky that I know who Nicolas Cage is.
It's true.
I don't know names of nobody except for us.
And
Sue.
I wouldn't be surprised. Another shout out. I wouldn't be surprised if Nicolas Cage was one of those like actors who's like, oh no, I'm just all acting. I don't drink. I don't do drugs. I'm just doing the acting. But he just seems so crazy.
Yeah. He
needs some come down drugs. He needs to like smoke a little weed after he pretends to have bees on his face for like 4 hours. So like, I don't know. If I was gonna pick a secret stoner, it would be Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
Because there's the obvious ones, like Seth Rogen and all that. There's like the actual stoner comedy people. But like if I was going to pick one that was like that guy, weirdly enough, I also think Brad Pitt. I just think his life has been hard enough recently that he's just like, yeah,
What's been going on with Brad Pitt?
Oh, he just terrible divorce, and he's just getting fat, and got kicked out of being Batman, so Robert Pattinson could do it. You know, his life isn't the best.
Robert who?
Twilight. Robert Pattinson.
Cedric?
Yeah.
Cedric Diggory is going to be...
He already was Batman.
What?
Yeah, it's already happened.
What? No, that must have been a terrible movie.
It was by all accounts, it was good. I didn't see it because I'm not the biggest Batman fan, but I'd go see DC? it. I'd go see it because it wasn't, you know, I don't know if it was part of the whole DC universe that they've been trying to do. I think it was like a separate Batman thing.
Kind of like the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, like maybe, but I honestly have nothing. I don't know enough about the DC universe to weigh in, but
anyway, let's talk about Christmas again. Something just came to my head. So I love Christmas, and it's like a really big thing for me. When I lived on my own, I used to hang ornaments from the ceiling to like make it look like snow almost. And like I had one that I had painted on it, and it was the snitch, the golden snitch. Cute. And so, you know, when you found it, like, you were really cool. Anyway,
150 points,
yep.
Of Christmas.
Of course. And I had this alter ego. You've met her, Sugar Plum. In fact, I was her when we met.
Yeah. That's actually who I fell in love with.
Yeah. But Sugar Plum, I just don't feel her this year. And like, I don't know if it's because I can't find any of my wigs, or if it's because I'm getting such a slow start to Christmas, or what. But I always dress as an elf, and I'm not planning on it this year. It's just kind of weird. Yeah,
the Christmas vibe has definitely just been like, it really just feels like a survive this Christmas kind of year.
Yeah.
Thank God it's Christmas. All right. Yeah, I didn't book any Christmas gigs. I didn't book anything. Like I usually do like one comedy gig around Christmas, like a Christmas party or something, or like, you know, before I would do like a music show or something, you know, like the night we met, I had a big Christmas gig.
Yeah.
So, you know, like I like to do something, but like the spirit has just not been there really at all this year for anything, you know, like shit, I turned 30 this year and I was still just like,
I don't want to do shit.
You know, like, woo, another birthday. Who fucking cares? So like, this year, I'm just going to call a mulligan on this one. This is a cheat year. We'll get back to it in 2023.
But will we?
I'm gonna. I don't know.
Will we?
At least my goal for 2023 is to finally release the fucking album.
Dear God, it needs to come out.
Just fucking get it out.
It's good. It's so good. It's so good. There's so many bops on it, and I love it. And I'm tired of this EP bullshit. I need a real fucking CD.
We're gonna get a full album. It's gonna happen. I also want to release the the Nashville tracks. Brian did. I want to do a separate release special for that one. Mm-hmm. But depending on where my album is, like, I don't want to release those tracks and then have it be, like 8 months till the album comes out. I want to release them close enough together that they seem, not a pairing, but kind of like complementary to each other, and it's all part of the same hype train.
Yeah.
So that's the goals, at least for band stuff. Comedy stuff, I don't know specifically that I want to get back into stand-up, but I need to do more.
Yeah. You did talk about wanting to do, oh my God, improv?
Yeah, improv stuff.
Improv stuff.
Like either
I want to do some stuff too. Like I don't know anything about it, but I want to be involved.
We can go do the improv playgrounds at the Reno Improv, or like maybe take an improv class together.
Yeah,
something
that'd be cute.
But I also just think like I've written a bunch of sketches, and I'd love to try to film some stuff, and in the very least like put something out.
Yeah,
and if not that, I was also thinking, like, at least get a monthly show again. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't want to run an open mic. It's a lot of fucking work. But if I just had, like, a dedicated monthly show I know I could go fuck around in.
I really, really loved the Comedy Combat.
Yeah, the Comedy Combat.
That was so funny.
So I would love to have like a monthly show that's basically that same idea.
Yeah.
You know, like
But
teams
more
of comedians against each other. Yeah, but you know, like more improv, kind of like we've been watching with all the Dropout stuff. You know, like with Game Changer and all the breaking news and things. You know, like I want to do fun stuff with a small group of comics that I know I can trust to be funny.
Yeah.
And that, you know, if I have to book the same comedians, it's at least going to be new shit that people get to watch. Because that's the main problem with stand-up is if I book a monthly show, after 4 months, I have booked all the stand-up comedians I can book in this area, and it's just going to start being repeats. So, like, if I have a sketch show or an improv situation, we could just do different sketches, same people. We could just do improv. That way it's always different. It's always live.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I just got to work with like, it's hard to go from not doing any comedy to then trying to convince a theater to let you have a show every month. So like I got to build something elsewhere before any of the local theaters will let me just have their theater, unfortunately. Yeah. But I got to do something. I got to do something because I'm just too fucking funny. You know what I mean?
It's true. I agree.
So we'll see. We'll get something going. That's my next year plan.
My next year plan, new job. I cannot stay where I'm at. I'm literally dying. Like I got away from In-N-Out just to come back to another place just like it.
It's all customer service and
like
retail and
the customer part is actually my favorite part. I love helping people. I love making people feel confident. I love making people feel like they are beautiful because they are. And I'm just tired of all the paperwork. I'm tired of all of the bullshit.
Bad management that just leads to, you know, like...
And it's not even like my manager's a bad manager.
No,
she's fucking great.
It's
but
set
it's
up wrong.
The company.
Yeah, it's like they just set it up to be
They pay us
hands
dirt
off.
shit.
Yeah.
They don't give us the right hours. And it's just like... One example, I have this DM who keeps telling me I need to have people scheduled at these certain times, but she won't give me the hours for it. Like I can't have a full proper staff if I don't have the hours to staff them.
Yeah.
Like I've got one girl that works 1 day a week. She would love to have more hours, but I can't afford it. And she works so good, you know?
Yep,
and now that I have full staff management wise,
finally,
that's less hours for the associates.
That's even worse.
That's worse because now that what's keeping them? It's not the pay.
Yeah, and managers are technically, you know, more expensive, even though you guys aren't getting paid shit.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Bad management. That's what happens with these, you know, these giant, you know, mall type corporations. Their managerial style, at least top down, is supposed to just be like hands off. So they just give too much power to these like regional managers who they don't vet properly. They just like, hey, this person's driven several stores into the ground. I wonder why all those other stores failed. Let's hire them and see what they can do. And then boom, everything sucks and you don't have air conditioning for an entire summer that has record heat.
I still don't have air conditioning.
Yeah.
I literally prop the doors open so that the store can be not 70 or 75. Mm-hmm. It is winter. It is winter. It is winter and I have no air. Like all I have is a lot of heat.
It's ridiculous.
It is crazy. And so like we even hit up the guy. We put in a, what do they call it?
Work request or like a...
Yeah, like a work request. So we put they call it a hot ticket. That's what it is. We put in a hot ticket and the guy got upset. He's like, it's 25 degrees outside. Why are you calling me? Because you didn't do your fucking job, bro.
Yeah, it's like, hey, remember when you came in and didn't do anything and then the air conditioning broke immediately? Mm-hmm. That's what we're calling you about.
Yeah. And then like we had a second opinion come in and the guy was like, yeah, it is not what the compressor.
Yeah. It's not that.
It's not the compressor. The first guy's a fool, but I'm super stacked right now and busy, so I can't help you. And then we were stuck with the idiot, with the fool, and now like it's been since May. It is near the new year. What the fuck? And
yay,
like
corporate efficiency.
I'm just so tired all the time and I don't want to be tired all the time. I want to be able to spend time with Lily and do my Girl Scout stuff. I want to be able to have weekends to hang out with family. I want 2 days off in a row to see family if I want to. Yeah. If I want to go over that mountain, I'm not doing it in one day.
And also, like, there's just something to say about having weekends. Like, when you get, like, especially when you get, like, our age, everyone else has weekends. And, like, if you don't have weekends, you don't get to hang out with anybody.
Yeah.
Because then it's just during the week, and you're like, okay, cool, I'm off at 10 a.m. on a Wednesday when everyone is doing something.
Yeah. Like with In-N-Out, I was making great money, and I had the money to do things, but I never had the energy to do it. And now I have like
none of it, not the energy.
Hold on, no, I forgot what I was going with. I had the money and I had the time. I didn't have the time, and I didn't have the energy with In-N-Out. But like I had the money to afford all the cute clothes and like all the things that I wanted, and then nowhere to do it. You know, now I'm like, I'm supposed to be a part-time manager. I'm working full-time hours all the time. So that's the reason why but I get to dress up cute, and that's cool. But I don't have the time or the energy or the money.
Yeah.
Now I don't have the money either.
And that's the worst
Fucking
part.
sad.
You know, that's the one thing I regret about quitting my job. Like, I knew I was going to get shafted anyway, but like maybe there would be a light at the end of the tunnel and I could still have good pay and benefits and, you know, flexibility. But like my job kept me from being able to be my full self, because you got to hide a lot of shit from the government.
Yeah.
So like, you know, if I had gone any more serious with entertainment or anything, I would have had to explain to my company, like, here's what I'm doing on the side. Like, yes, I had to file taxes as a comedian because I had to file, you know, for these clubs that made me sign tax documentation. So, like, if I had to do that, they would have started looking into my shit more, and then suddenly they're going to go on, you know, they're going to force some AI to find a time in a podcast where I said something against the government, and I'm fucked.
Your president joke.
Yeah, all sorts of things they would not have enjoyed. Yeah.
All I want to do is have nights and weekends off, and I want to help people. That's literally all I want to do.
I don't want to help people. I just want to do things that I like to do, which usually includes entertaining people, and or helping people, because it's nice to do nice things. Yeah. But also, I don't like any of you motherfuckers anymore.
Like I told Carmen, I can't stop thinking about Birth and Beyond because I love that job. Mm-hmm. I changed a lot of people's lives. I myself grew as a person, you know, and I felt like it was very fulfilling. It was a lot of hard work emotionally, but if I wasn't working 2 jobs at the time, I probably would have been able to like properly process and put that emotion somewhere, like maybe like with a therapist.
Yeah. It's easy to do the emotional labor when you're steady and like stable. Yeah.
And not working 15-hour days, 7 days a week.
Not having to come in smelling like onions.
Yeah. But I just really loved like what we did, and that job is actually what kind of started Sugar Plum, bringing it back around to Christmas, because we used to throw like this huge holiday party, and we would have this huge dinner for all of our like families in the community, and Santa would come and we would give out books and toys, and like I would always dress up as an elf because I was Santa's helper. Like that's the job I always went for, or that everyone wanted me to go for. And so then that kind of started the tradition of getting elf costumes. And then why wear it one day a year? I'm going to wear it on Christmas Eve too. I'm going to go wear it. I'm going to go wear it with my whole family. I'm going to go to an event. I'm going to wear my elf costume.
I think you mean you're not going to attend, but your friend Sugar Plum will.
Yeah.
Much like one of my.
Sugar Plum and I are one and the same. We are the same.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
that's different from.
She's my alter ego.
There's another elf person that I enjoy from media that I watch a lot. Ryan Haley from Funhouse has a Napkin the Elf. It's obviously not him. He has a friend who's Napkin the Elf, who shows up to parties and, you know, does elf things. Yeah. Because he's Napkin the Elf. And I I love that. And so I always enjoy that type of energy. So I like Sugar Plum.
Yeah. She's lovely.
She's quite the pink-haired mistress.
Yeah, she's cute.
But yeah, I just haven't felt the urge to dig that Santa Claus costume out in the last 3 years at all.
I forced you into it.
Yeah. We had to take Christmas photos.
Yeah. Those were really cute.
Yeah.
Those were pre-Fat Boy, though.
Yeah. And my back hurt, so I was like really stiff, straight.
Deb was terrible with taking photos. She did not listen to a word I said.
Shout out.
Deb, I love you, but man, you cannot take pictures.
You're an engineer, not a photographer.
Yep.
We understand.
Yep. You did your best, and I appreciate that.
Speaking of, we got to get to Vegas one of these days.
Yeah.
I want to
Well, if
do
we're...
everything.
Whenever you finish your proposal...
The more I put together that proposal, it keeps falling apart. Because I'm like, wow, this is turning into more expensive than...
Yep.
A regular wedding would be.
Yep.
But also, I could just start cutting some stuff. We don't need to go do team bulldozer fights, like... We don't need to do that. We could just have a nice dinner and that's it. We don't need two red bulldozers to play basketball.
The other thing about, I mean, I don't know all full details about your proposal, but like having everyone pay for themselves to attend a wedding. I don't know. I just don't I don't think Natalia will be able to come if we do that. My mom, I don't think she'll be able to come. And I've always kind of thought my parents would be there when I got married. I don't know.
So you also want to pay for everyone to travel there?
I don't know. I'll wait for the proposal. I'll keep my ideas.
Well, now I got to make some adjustments.
I don't know what to do. Planning a wedding is hard, guys. It is hard. It's a lot of stuff. Some parts of me wants to say just fuck it, but then parts of me are like, well, I feel like I have to do this,
Oh, you mean the exact thing everyone that we've talked to said not to do? They said, don't worry about all these things, and people make the wedding you want.
Yeah.
And you're still worried about what everyone else wants out of it.
Yeah.
Stop it. It's literally your wedding.
Yeah, I know, but it's like, I would expect my mom to be there.
Get her booked. She's busy this time of year.
I don't know.
Well, that's all. That's our Christmas plans and next year plans.
Well, the year after.
Yeah.
2024. 12/14/2024, the Benedicts.
Yep, everyone. I'd send out a save the date, but that shit costs money.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what we're doing.
We'd have to be like, save the date.
I just know the day.
Honestly, that's what save the dates are for. They're like, we don't know when. Here's a nice picture of us. Keep this day open.
Yeah.
Give them a little 2-year heads up. But I also don't know who I want to send that to. I can think of 3 addresses I know I want to send them to. And luckily now we have Chris and Tiffany's updated address.
Yep.
Shout out Chris and Tiffany. Hope you like that Creed CD.
Suckers.
Motherfucker.
I got you.
Yeah. Apparently they have a new house now, which I
Yeah.
haven't seen this new one, so I'm kind of excited to one of these days go visit them again and see what they got going on.
Check my luggage before I leave.
Yep. Do a thorough pat down. Make sure
my keys are on me at all times and they don't have the opportunity to go into my car.
They're gonna find a way.
If they mail it, that's cheating. It's cheating.
It'll happen every once in a while.
It's cheating.
It was a little bit. It wasn't exactly cheating the last time I gave it to Chris, but it was his wedding gift. When I went up,
that's a perfect way to give it back.
It was when I went up there to be in his party. I gave my dad the CD in a big envelope and said, "Give this to him after I leave," because my dad was still in South Dakota at the time.
Uh-huh.
And so,
is this the one where you made your dad drive? all the way over there to give it to him?
Maybe. Because he went out of his way to give it to him because I was just
he had to drive like an hour and a half to get there.
Yeah, because he lived in
or
Volga.
45 minutes or something.
He lived in Volga, which was way like an hour north of Sioux Falls. So he had to go all the way.
Yeah, and when he found out it was literally just a CD that Christoph didn't want.
Yeah, my dad thought I had forgotten to give a very important gift to him.
Yeah.
Because that's the way I framed it. Because
it was
very important that delivery be made. And so my dad drove a round trip, probably 2 hours, to pull a dumb prank me and Chris have been doing on each other for
decade.
10 years.
I was so excited to do it. I was so excited to be involved. I'd been planning for months, for years.
Really funny.
My plan originally, I can't say it because do they listen?
I mean, I think Chris might still have a active subscription to the Petri dish.
Never mind then.
So, yeah,
I still plan on doing those. I love being sneaky.
Yeah, we'll save that for after our wedding when they inevitably get us.
Yeah. I expect to get it back, if not before our wedding, at our wedding.
Yeah,
or whatever we do.
That's how Chris got me, and that's why I gave it back to him so quick, because he was giving out the gifts to all of his groomsmen.
Oh, and he had it in yours?
And in mine
cute.
was everyone's gifts and the Creed CD. And I was like, we're at a restaurant. I just have to hold on to this Creed CD in my suit for the rest of the night.
Well, I can at least tell everybody how this last time happened.
Yeah.
So I had this really long adventure to get to Sioux Falls, and I had it with me. I searched for like 2 days to find that CD because Bobby said it was like in here somewhere.
Yeah, I thought it was just around here.
It was literally with all the other CDs.
That makes sense.
Anyways.
Whoopsie.
So immediately, as soon as I found it, I stuffed it in my luggage, and then I knew it was there, and I knew it was safe, and I knew I had it. And then we get there, and I had been asking Bobby since before he left, make sure we have somewhere to stay when we get into Sioux Falls. Someone will have us. Oh, I'm not worried about it. Oh, da, 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 da. Carefree, don't plan nothing, Bobby. So then we asked them if we can stay with them, and they were like, oh no, the in-laws are in. And we're like, oh, okay. And then I'm thinking, well, shit, there goes the plan I had.
Yep, no, we can't hide it in their house. We gotta be sneaky.
Gotta be extra sneaky. So I noticed that he had put his jacket down and he was running amok and drinking and stuff, and I was like, excellent. Bobby, stand in front of me. I had to go out to the car and get it first because it was in my luggage. I wasn't planning on having it on me 24/7. So I had to go put my mittens away because I didn't need them. And then came back. I put it in his jacket. And it wasn't even 5 minutes after that Tiffany came up. And she was like, did you bring the Creed CD?
And I was like, I didn't bring the Creed CD at all. I don't know what you're talking about.
And I just look up at Bobby kind of confused. And I look at her. And I'm just quiet.
Yep.
And I'm just listening.
Because who would suspect...
Poor innocent me.
Yes, innocent Alisha, who's just here to meet all of the wonderful friends and family that I've gained through my years of you guys got fucking pranked. We fucking got you. Yeah.
And then I was so paranoid that he was gonna go and touch his jacket or go step outside.
Go look for his keys or something.
Something, anything. I was so terrified. And then I sat down next to her and I was like, so tell me more about this Creed CD. What's this about? I'm so lost. Sneaky. I'm so confused.
So sneaky.
What is it?
And the hardest part was at the very end of the night, trying to hug Chris before I left without trying not to press enough for him to feel the CD in his own jacket pocket.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god. I don't even think I hugged him.
It was quite the operation, but we pulled a full heist.
Yeah.
We pulled a full heist.
I was so proud.
Rode off into the darkness.
I was like, hurry up. Let's pack all the stuff before they notice. Get out of here.
He's going to duct tape it to the back of the car.
That was so funny.
Yeah, so that was the saga of the newest Creed CD saga of us. I'm pretty sure it started in 2012. Honestly, it might have been 2012, exactly 10 years ago, when there was a little local like music shop called Ernie November in Sioux Falls. Shout out Ernie November, dope place. Go get records there. Unless they did something weird, I don't know. But they had a Christmas deal of like, I think it was 10 CDs for $5, all wrapped in a big brown paper bag. So it was just like, come get it, you know, like come get a bunch of fucking CDs. So I bought one of these, and in there was like that Creed CD, Offspring's Ixnay on the Ombre, a Shania Twain CD. I think there was a Digital Underground CD, like just a bunch of weird shit. But then, like, I had this Creed CD, you know, the Human Clay one, and I didn't want any of these fucking CDs. So one day, me and Chris used to ride to work because we both worked at Daktronics, and so he would drive us to the shuttle. I would just leave that Creed CD in his car. Much like I've left plenty of other CDs in his car. In fact, I still don't have my Plus 44 CD. I need that back one of these. Oh, no. I think I got it back. He gave it back to me like 4 years ago, and I just forgot. But no, yeah. So it became a game of like he would drive us to work. I'd leave a Creed CD in his stuff. He'd come over to like work on music when I was living in that frat house, and he'd be like, "Hey, I got us some beers," and then the beers at the bottom would be the Creed CD, and I'd got, and then like it got harder when the years. After we stopped living together, you know, like then it became a game of like. I went up there for his wedding in 2016, and he got me, and then like I made my dad deliver it to him afterwards. And then one day he like mailed me a birthday present, and at the bottom of the birthday present was the Creed CD. You know, he got me there, and I was like, and so yeah,
Okay.
like I had to make the last
mailed,
one.
I thought he had mailed the CD as itself.
No.
I didn't realize it was
That's
in a
cheating.
gift.
Yeah, like it's got to be like semi-hidden, you know. So
Yeah.
like
It's got to be
pulling-
sneaky.
This heist was the biggest heist to date. Because before, I think the last time I got him was leaving the CD in his house when I went on tour with Austin and Nick up to South Dakota for the various weddings, and that's when he got me back by mailing it in for my birthday, and so I held on to it ever since then to be like, the next one's got to be fucking big, you know. And this one it was perfect. It was perfect. Who knows? Like he's gonna set off fireworks. He's gonna get like a distraction team to get me next time. I don't know. But hey,
I'm really glad that I get to be a part of it.
yeah, everyone loves
fun.
Creed. So
I actually do like Creed.
it's not the old Creed is pretty good. Scott Stapp is a good singer. We don't have to defend Creed. Honestly, that's the podcast. That's our plans.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, guys.
Happy Christmas, Ron.
Oh, happy Christmas.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Media we enjoy. Let's go through. Oh, there was one thing I saw that I have not brought up yet just because I was afraid we'd immediately have to watch it. But there is a second season of Firefly Lane on Netflix.
Did we watch the first season? Mm-hmm. I've been seeing it, but I don't remember watching it.
You don't remember watching Firefly Lane? How could you? No. Well, we'll just have to watch it again.
Was it big? When did we watch it?
Like
Last year? The year before?
whenever I stopped doing the podcast.
Last year.
Yeah, so that was right about then.
I don't remember.
Watch Dropout's new series Never After. Brennan Lee
shit's good.
Mulligan is
He's so
just
good.
a fucking
So good.
just a genius.
The reason why I want to play so much D&D is so that I can get good enough to be one of the characters in one of his things.
Oh, that's gonna take.
I know.
years
Those are
of
like really
practice.
big dreams, but like, I would love that.
One of these days.
He's so funny.
I gotta get better at just doing games in general. I think like my setup for games right now isn't good enough, and I gotta put a little more.
Like for Twitch.
I mean, just for
Or
like
D&D.
just the D&D games we play in general. Like I need to have more world stuff set. Like I think my problem is I have to stop working off of pre-made worlds. I like to make pretend without the
rules.
boundaries of pre-existing world. You know, like
Make your own world.
exactly. That's what I was thinking of.
Let's do a Candyland.
It's the same
I'll
thing.
be Sugar Plum.
Same thing I learned from good old Brennan Lee Mulligan himself is like find out what your characters want to be and build your world around that.
Yeah.
So hey, let's fucking figure something out. I mean, I already pitched you one of my ideas.
I already forgot it.
It's the one where you just get a bunch of people
about me.
Yeah, like going around in the human world and just being like, ooh, it's also novel, like people do to Asian places.
Yeah.
I just think it'd be really
That was funny. I like that idea too.
Because then we just get to like we get to mock white people.
Yeah,
gold.
love that.
And then we also
White people suck.
we just get to mock like human things that are weird. You know, so I'm excited to try something. I think that's enough podcast for the day. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
Bye.
Don't forget to tune in every Tuesday for Petri Dish. Go on twitch.tv and find me. I'm streaming every Friday and Sunday, some Mondays. We'll see how that goes. Go check out the punk blog dyingscene.com where you can find a few of my album reviews and music musings as I try to blog about things. Just go on social media and look me up and stuff.
I'm on Instagram.
Yeah, get on Instagram and go follow Alicia. She got cute outfits.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay, bye.
we got it. You heard our plans for Christmas. We got to go.
I gotta
do
get
stuff.
busy.
Goodbye.
I got stuff.